So this one doesn't have a circuit or alternating set. It's all straight sets. You know, like how most people train, the basic stuff. You do an exercise, you finish it, you move on to the next exercise. Coach Greg, and today I'm going to be reviewing Jonni Shreve, who actually went through one of the workouts on my book, Harder Than Last Time. So, by now we already know the book is amazing. The information's amazing. We already know it. It's undeniable. There's no book that's better. But are the workouts any good? Are they actually the best workouts? Okay, we got to make sure of this. There's a few people that commented, oh, it's just circuit training. It's just circuits. You can't actually use this in a real gym. No, you can't use it in a real gym. Jonni Shreve is an IFBB pro bodybuilder. Book's not even made for someone like that. We're gonna see, can he do it? Is it hard enough for him? Is it challenging? Is it simple? Is it just a bunch of circuits and nonsense? What do you think the answer's gonna be? I mean, you need to watch the video. You know it's gonna be awesome. Come on, people, I wrote it. I wrote it. Have you not seen my videos? How often am I wrong? How often? Come on. Anyway, for shits and giggles, we're going to go over the book just in case you haven't already bought it yet. And you think, oh, maybe I should hold back. Oh, it's not going to be good. Yeah, that's going to be over by the end of this video. Okay, in case you've never seen any of the videos before, this is your first video about the training book. Let's just go over real briefly. 129 pages. That's a lot of pages. It's more pages than last time, in fact. So it's got several pages about an introduction, whatever, it's all good. It's got your mindset. It's got about 6 pages on the mental focus that you need to have. Motivation, gym intimidation, consistency, realistic expectations, okay? So I'm not just giving you a book, I'm explaining things about the gym as well. Cardio. Of course you need to know about cardio. Heart's the most important muscle. 9 pages on cardio alone. The diet. Diet's key. It's not a diet book, but of course I'm going to touch on and explain briefly what you need to know to either gain weight, lose weight, or make gain. Then there's a huge section on weight training. It talks about everything in detail. You're going to read through that. You're going to understand everything you need to know about lifting weights. And then we get to the guts of the program, the actual training templates, what you're going to be following for the rest of your life. That's right, it's not some 4-week, 8-week, 12-week plan. It's for the rest of your life. You don't think I've been training like this for years? It's for the rest of your life. It's got casual, moderate, and hardcore plans. I don't care if it's your first day in the gym or even training for 10 years, there's the plan for you. You're training more for strength, you're training more for hypertrophy, the plan is there for you. You pick your workout program that you want to follow. You don't got time for 90 minutes, you get the 60-minute program. It's all there. I thought about everything. What problems might they encounter? I planned for that as a school teacher. I'm being proactive. I know what you might think before you even think it. And I write the program for that. And so because most of you are morons or idiots, even worse than a moron, I had to be explicit into my explanations so that you understand. The step 1 of not being a moron is to actually read what you're supposed to do. So many people, they just go to the plan, they don't even read the instructions. So this is what I wrote. Hardcore plans instructions. Don't be a moron and not read the instructions. They are importanter than last time. How simple is that? You read it, it's in bold, it's in yellow, it's so big. How could you not see that? People are like, oh, I didn't know what to... You didn't read the instructions. It says right here, don't be a moron and not read the instructions. They're more importanter than the last time. Think of how important that is. More importanter than last time. Okay, so Jonni Shreve's an IFBB pro bodybuilder. Which plans do you think he's going to select? Hardcore, of course.
So, and we're doing the hardcore template. So if you guys ever did that, want to follow that one along, I'm doing the 3-day split. I get 90 minutes off.
So Jonni's reviewing the training plan, but he lists the wrong training plan that he's following. So I'm having a hard time going over if he's doing the workout properly or not. Okay, so hopefully it still makes sense, but I've been reviewing it as template 2. And I'm like, wait a minute, why is he doing cable crossovers here? So that's the workout split of his choice for that day.
I'm actually gonna do this as is. I'll warm up the way I warm up, and then we're gonna start with this, and I'm gonna modify a couple things, but.
So Johnny's doing his own form of stretching. Rather than the 10 minutes of cardio it says to do, he's doing his own thing, which is fine. If you're at a pro level, you don't need to follow every detail. You already know how to train, okay?
Okay, so I did modify a couple things in the start of this. Instead, in the program it says to do pause reps until you get to your all-out sets. I didn't, and I also did dumbbell flat bench with a 15% incline.
On exercise number 1, Johnny's already modifying the program. So you can see, even if the program says what to do, you can make changes. I actually have a section where it says, hey, these are some suitable exercises to do. I leave so many choices because I know, what if your gym doesn't have that piece of equipment? What if you can't do that? What if you're injured and that's not something you can do? The choices are freaking there. So rather than doing pause flat bench press, he's doing dumbbells. Now that sounds good, but my theory is this. Johnny can't bench for shit, so he's doing an alternative exercise because he knows people are gonna watch how weak he is on the bench press. Right, Johnny? Is that the real reason?
So that's what I do for chest. So to keep it kind of similar to what I do, but still keeping true to the program, that's basically all I changed.
You see how you can do that? You ever watch my videos, the 3 best and 3 worst? As long as you're getting in the best exercises, you're still doing pretty freaking good now, aren't you? Don't worry about the minute details. Don't get pedantic on me and worry about every single little stupid thing. You're gonna get 95% of the results as long as you train the way I'm saying to train, even if you substitute to a slightly different exercise, okay? Don't worry about the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. Everything is small stuff. Just do it and do it harder than last time.
Really, it's a good plan. Greg did a good job. We trained like this before. It was very familiar training like this. It brought me back. Actually got me missing training with Greg, to be honest. And we're both like sweet and healthy. Anyway, but yeah, if you follow the plan, go through what it says to do thoroughly. Like, don't get lazy and read over it. Just follow it and you can legitimately make progress. I'm a bodybuilder professional, and this plan was good. Brought me back, like I said, and I got good work out of it. So
I used to train with Johnny years ago, and he said, hey, as I was doing these exercises, it brought me back to how we used to train. And I'm like, yeah, obviously, it's not like I've reinvented how I've trained over the years. I've been training similar to how I've been training for years. It's working. I'm not gonna change what's working. It's not like some fad diet.
So I'm heading into my heavier, and then all out set. So start at 80, 100. I'm gonna go 120 for 10 reps. Then I go up from to 130, and then last one, you know, doing like that. So.
Okay, so it describes, it says, you know, moderate weight, lightweight, heavier weight, heaviest weight, and it says the intensity. Should you go easy? Should you go moderate? Should you go hard? Should you go all out, crazy hard, all out, forced reps? It says everything in detail. It says the rep ranges you're supposed to use. Is it 12 to 15? Is it 8 to 10? Is it 6 to 8? What is it exactly? How long should you rest? Is it a minute, minute and a half, 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes? There's a range. Maybe you need a little bit less rest than some people. Maybe you need a little more. It allows you to adjust the program to your own individual needs, because not everyone needs exactly 2 minutes rest. What if you need 2.5 minutes rest? What if you only need 1.5? The choice is yours. If you have more time, this is a 60-minute plan. If you have 74 minutes, hey, you can rest longer, a little bit longer in each rest. Maybe after the exercise is done, you can go take a poop and come back and still finish your workout. It allows for everything, and it explains this. It literally says it. Some of you don't even read the instructions. Oh, I don't really like the book because I didn't know what to do. It says right there what to do. Why didn't you read it? It's highlighted in yellow. Read this. Don't be a moron. You see, you think I don't know how to write a freaking book? Are you kidding me? It's the best book in the world. The #1 best book in the world. And no, I'm not going to put bestseller on Amazon. Everyone has a book. Everyone says bestseller. Bestseller of what? It's the bestseller out of the 2 books you wrote? Oh, it's the bestseller. Yeah, it sold more than the other book. So yeah, this is the #1 best-selling training book in the world that I wrote. I've written 2. This one sold more than the first.
Then I go up from to 130, and then last one, you know, doing like that. So just going up, moving the weight. I'm used to this because I did it with Craig before. So it seems very familiar. Anyway, let's get this weight up. So far, so good, man. I'm telling you, I'm working.
So use the light weight to start for higher reps, and then as each set gets on, the weight goes up and the number of reps goes down within that set limit. And if you can get to the top of the limit on the heaviest set, hey, guess what? It means it's time to up the weights. It's pretty simple to follow. And what if you didn't get the rep range you're supposed to? Guess what? Next time you're going to go lighter than last time. It's so easy to follow. Easy. I kept this book simple. And I have plans from beginner, intermediate, advanced. If you're an IB Pro bodybuilder, hey, maybe you need to add a couple things, a couple little isolation things that you need for you to win that pro card or to be the best pro in the world. But anybody else, trust me, it is enough. It's enough. And on set number 5, this first exercise, he's using the exact same weight. And what I did is I decreased the reps because you know you're getting tired. You just done a hard set. So the reps going down a little bit to make up for that. I'm not just going to say, hey, do 5 sets of 10 to 12 reps at each set. Well, if you do that, the first 3 sets are going to be easy. And you're going to save yourself for the end. I account for that, and I want you to train hard when you should train hard. Not every set is all out. You have warm-up sets, of course. I know what I'm doing, and the plan makes sense. And exercise number 2, he's chosen an incline Smith machine because you have choice. Guess what? The next time he does this, he might pick a different machine. You don't need to do the exact same exercise every single day for the rest of your life. You have choice. You need a program that's fun that you'll want to do. Maybe you don't want to do the Smith machine exercise every single time. You can do a different one. They're both going to work the chest. You can pick the one that you want. There's a lot of choices given. You stay within the rep ranges and you progress that way. I know you're not going to have every single piece of equipment. So I made the plan so every single person can follow it.
You should be getting pretty gassed. If you feel like you're not tired of doing this, you're not doing it right. And I tell it to most of my clients, who do my plans that has specific time and attention that's there. And they're like, oh, I can do more. I'm like, well, did you actually do time and attention? Like, yeah, I did. And I'm like, cool, count to 3. And they go 1 to 3. I'm like, that's not 3 seconds. That's a second.
It's way easier to lift a heavier weight quickly than to lift a lighter weight with much more control. And it's harder on the ego. This book is designed to stop the ego lifting. Leave it at the door. You walk in, you're there to build muscle, get strong. Not to impress your own self. You already know how much you could lift if you wanted to, but you don't need to do that. You need to train smart and hard and not get injured, okay? The results are gonna come. Maybe once in a while you do the stupid ego thing, whatever, who cares? But most of the time, you follow this training and you do it the smart and effective way. The scientific way to grow muscle.
So we wanted to flies now. Either cable, I'm gonna do the pec deck's free. I'll do pec deck if it's not. So that's what I gotta do. If your gym's busy, I can't only do, both cables are taken, so I can do flies. Work with it, right?
And he's gonna do some alternating sets. And he looks around and he's like, hey, that exercise is I wanted to use, but it's busy. So I'm gonna use this one instead. Notice, there's choices. You use the one that's free. A lot of times people have a program and say, oh, bench press. What if there is no bench press available? What are you gonna do next? Oh, you need to do reverse pec deck. I don't got a reverse pec deck machine. How can I do that? Oh, I want to do the face pull. I can't do it because that cable attachment is not free. Oh, well, let's do bent laterals. There's something available. Use what's available. You will not have an empty gym every time you go where you can train at your leisure. You're going to have to clean the bench off. You're going to have to wear a mask. All this different stuff. Do the best that you can do. The plan allows you to train in a commercial gym. It is designed for a commercial gym. That's where I train. I train maybe once or twice a week at home, where I can use the machines I want. Most of the time I'm at a commercial gym. And a lot of times there's people using the machines that I want. So I go on to the next one. If it says to do the side lateral machine and there's someone doing the side lateral machine, you do side laterals with dumbbells. How different does that look? Side lateral machine, side lateral dumbbell. Oh, I can't possibly do that alternating set. I can't do that circuit. Nope, because the freaking side lateral machine has someone on it right now. Are you kidding me? You can't do the dumbbell instead? Wake up! Use some freaking logic. Read the instructions harder than last time.
All right, guys, wind it down. Plan was good. Good job, Greg. Very easy, very basic language for you to understand. Just follow it. Don't get lazy. Stay true to what it says. You know, push yourself. Literally, this plan can be completely easy or extremely hard.
I agree 100%. It's how hard you make it, okay? If you just go through the motion, you're not gonna get the results. You need to push harder. You need to work harder than last time.
You know, don't get lazy. You know, it took me a long time to get to where I'm at of just consistent training and fundamentals and stuff. So use this. It's gold knowledge. It's all you need to, you know, get to where you need to go. So if you don't have a book, I recommend getting it. If you have the book, do it better.
You take the book, you do it the best you can, you're gonna have a learning curve. You're gonna get better each week. No one is gonna be perfect on day one. Are you kidding me? 129 pages. You're not gonna read 129 pages. Walk in on day one and do everything to perfection. But the thing is, did you work hard? If you did, you're gonna get the result. Then you go back next time and you're like, oh really? I didn't quite hit those rep range. I didn't quite use the appropriate weight. I rested a bit too long there. I didn't rest long enough. You get it down packed over time. Weeks, months, years later, you will perfect it. You will be the best you that you could be. This training manual is a tool to help you be all you can be, okay? Doesn't matter if I like it. What matters is that you like it. Don't like the way it is? Try a different template. Find the one that's best for you and make the changes so that you enjoy it. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro. Follow me on Instagram. Check me out on Strava. Bloop it up 2 videos. Be sure to watch one of those. And until next time, I am out. Okay, so he sent a message and he said he took an exercise from template 4 and put it into template 2.